Hi everyone, it's Cara Whedbee with Simply Magical Vacations by Cara, your favorite magical vacation specialist, coming to you live for our Friday News Live show here on Friday, April 19th. It's Good Friday, so if you celebrate Easter like I do, then happy Good Friday to you. And I'm trying this horizontally, so if I'm not looking at you, I'm sorry, but it's really hard for me to look over here. So if I'm looking funny, that's why. I need to get my news because it's news day. But I have my Disney Cruise Line Spirit jersey on. And that has to do with my trip announcement. So I am going to go on a Disney cruise in August. So I will be going on the Disney Dream in August, and I will be sailing to Castaway Cay and the Bahamas in Nassau. And I'm very, very excited because I have not gotten to sail on that ship yet. So that is one of my trip announcements. That one's in like 130-ish days, 129, 127, I don't know, somewhere around there. And then in less than 2 weeks, I will be on the Norwegian Joy for the Norwegian inaugural sailing of the Joy out of Los Angeles. I was invited on that one as a travel agent. And then I will be in 22 days, somewhere around there. I'm going to be on the Enchantment of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas on Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. And then end of July, I'm going to be in Disneyland to see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I'm so excited. And then in August, I'll go on the Disney Cruise Line cruise. Then like the end of that week, beginning of the next week, I will be in Disney World, staying in the new tower at Coronado Springs Resort for the Experience Conference. So I'll be there and getting to see Galaxy's Edge there as well. And then, let me see if this helps. No, probably not. Okay, and then another trip that I have planned is maybe another couple of cruises coming up before the end of the year because I have just so many opportunities to try different cruise lines. So I will let you know as I know about them and as I book them. So exciting trip announcements. All right, let's get started with the news. Here's some Universal Orlando news that I wanted to tell you about. Hogwarts Express, which is the train that connects the two parts of Harry Potter World in Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure in Orlando. The Hogwarts Express is going to be closed on May 7th for seasonal maintenance, and also Universal's Orlando Cinematic Celebration, which is like sort of like World of Color, but at Universal. It's like their water fountain thing. It will be closed from April 29th through May 8th for its seasonal maintenance. So just wanted to give you a heads up on those. All right, Ademia announced that its partnership with Royal Caribbean and U.S. Customs and Border Protection will be expanded to help speed up cruise passengers disembarking at select cruise ports. Following successful trials of its high-speed 3D face capture technology in Cape Liberty, New Jersey, and the Port of Miami, the program is now moving into commercial production at these ports. Ademia and Royal Caribbean anticipate additional developments in other Florida ports later in 2019 that each process several million passengers annually. Ademia's facial recognition technology has enabled the Royal Caribbean passenger debarkation process to be both more secure and efficient. The use of Ademia's M-Face technology has played a key role in enhancing the passenger experience by completing the process significantly faster than the manual verification method previously used. M-Face technology compares the facial identities of guests disembarking with the identities of ticketed passengers who boarded the ship at the start of a cruise, matching against images in the U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Traveler Verification Service system. No images are stored by Royal Caribbean, CPB, or Ademia after the trip is completed to ensure that passenger privacy is maintained. Now, this is really cool. I'm sailing on Enchantment of the Seas out of Galveston, and they do this facial recognition thing as part of your check-in. Like, I had to put a picture of myself or it had to take a picture of me in their app. So it's kind of cool how they do this. I'm excited to try it in a couple weeks. Exciting news, reservations can now be made 180 days out at Universal Orlando's resort for certain restaurants by contacting your travel agent, which would be me, and then I call and make your reservations. These places so far that we can do that for are Confisco Grill, Finnegan's, Lombard's, and Mythos. So when you go to Universal Orlando, let me know. I can now make your dining reservations sooner. Disney World's monorails of the air. This is an article that came out on OrlandoSentinel.com this week, and then Disney released their own video about it. But it's about the gondola system. So Disney World's monorails of the air were gliding smoothly Tuesday above a scenic lake separating two hotels. That would be Art of Animation and Pop Century. Soon, the Disney Skyliner system of 300 gondolas opening to the public this fall will carry enough Disney goers to roughly match the capacity of its monorail trains, company officials said. Did you hear that? It will match the capacity of a monorail train, and it's 300 of them. 300 gondolas. Our vision is that this is the most magical flight on Earth, said Dean Huspin, who is a principal architect with Walt Disney Imagineering. Disney leaders gave a construction update Tuesday on the gondolas, which are in testing. All but one was covered in plastic, protecting them like a new car. They will gradually be unveiled starting around May, soon, to show off the 8 bright colors and 22 Disney character themes. But don't expect to catch a ride anytime soon. By August, Disney employees could be among the first passengers during the testing process that will run from months around the clock. Running on more than 6 miles of cable, the gondolas would travel about 11 miles per hour, giving passengers a bird's eye view of Walt Disney World Resort's lakes, roads, woods, and into Epcot and Hollywood Studios. The typical ride will last between 5 to 15 minutes as gondolas fly from 15 feet up to about 60 feet up in the air. Now, if you're afraid of heights, this might not be for you. You might want to, take a different mode of transportation. Running on more than 6 miles, or did we just settle that? 60 feet up in the air is the highest height. They are fabulous views, says Thomas Mauslam, who is a Disney senior vice president who oversees transportation and resorts, and who said that the ride will feel much faster than the 11 miles per hour. Here is a picture of what the inside of the gondolas look like. Now, they have 2 benches, one on each side, and they're wooden. They can hold up to 10 guests, including people in wheelchairs, ECVs, strollers, etc. The vents up here will be open on both sides. So these are cross ventilation, no air conditioning in the gondolas, but they say they're quite comfortable despite the Florida weather. And then over here is a mesh window to also allow for airflow. Inside a gondola, twin wooden benches can carry up to 10 people. On social media, some theme park followers have criticized the lack of air conditioning in the gondolas, but Mauslam argued that the ride is absolutely comfortable. We have specifically designed them with the Florida climate in mind, he said, pointing to the reflective windows that block out the sunlight and the mesh screens on both sides to bring in a breeze. At the stations, gondolas will pull in, constantly moving for guests to climb on. Disney will also have the capacity to pause gondolas for people in wheelchairs and for those who need extra time to board. Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Caribbean Beach Resort, Art of Animation, Pop Century, and the soon-to-be opening Riviera Resort are where the stations will be. Some cabins will be decorated in plain colors like a vibrant teal or purple, while other gondolas feature characters from Disney movies and attractions. On Tuesday, Disney showed off a red gondola with images of Pluto and the Chipmunks Chip and Dale. Husband's favorite is an orange cabin decorated from characters in the 2017 movie Coco. They all have their own personality, he said. Okay, so I'm very excited about the gondolas. I don't know about you. I'm not afraid of heights, and I can't wait to see like backstage areas of Disney and the backside of parks or buildings that I don't normally get to see being on a gondola. So I'm very excited about it. Now, what I have seen is they have to do testing 24 hours a day constantly on these things for months before they can actually have people on them or have guests on them. So I've noticed that the actual employees who are working on this, the Imagineers who are building the system, have already started riding them. So they do have people that have already started getting on them. There are 2 lines currently running constantly right now, and that's the line from Hollywood Studios to the main hub, which is at Caribbean Beach Resort, and the one from what's the other one I saw? Oh, Art of Animation, Pop Century to Caribbean Beaches Resort. So it seems like they're running these lines pretty constantly. The other 2, Riviera's line and then the one to the International Gateway, don't seem to be done yet. They haven't seemed to have started testing those yet. And so what this article says and what Disney has said about the testing is that they have to run them constantly for months before even employees can get on it, like cast members can get on and start testing them before guests will get on them. So I'm hoping, and I'm sure they are hoping too, that if, like they said in this article, guests can start, or cast members can start getting on them in August, I'm hoping by the end of August, when Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens, which is August 29th, that they will be running for guests because they're going to need all the transportation options they can possibly get once Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens. So I'm hoping that's when they're hoping to at least get those two lines going. They may wait or do a delay on the Epcot line and the Riviera line because Riviera is not supposed to be open until December 16th. And I'm sure they can shut off those lines at the hub at Caribbean Beach and where you can only get on certain ones. So I sure hope they have them going before Galaxy's Edge opens, but we'll see. All right. The always closed Pizza Rizzo restaurant will finally reopen to guests on May 4th at Disney's Hollywood Studios, according to WDWNT.com. With its reopening comes an all-new dessert in the form of a peanut butter and jelly verrine with layers of homemade peanut butter, cream, and grape jelly. It's also set to reopen the day that ABC Commissary closes for its brief refurbishment before reopening in late May for its new fast casual dinner experience, which you can make reservations for starting in June. The seasonal restaurant is expected to close again by the end of May, beginning of June. So it's just open May 4th to whenever ABC Commissary reopens. But if you need to get quick service pizza in Hollywood Studios, it will be open for that amount of time. Homecoming made an announcement this week. And this is in Disney Springs, Chef Art Smith's Homecoming restaurant. They have added some new menu items to their menu. It says on their Twitter page, they say, quick, grab your appetite. New menu items are here. Grilled mahi and shrimp, porterhouse pork chop, summer farmhouse salads, big mahi sandwich, house-made turkey chili, and Indian River Paloma and blood orange madras. So that sounds delicious. I'm gonna have to try that again. I can't have a lot of stuff there because most of it's fried or has soy or something in it, but they were able to make me something very good. So the fish stuff sounds interesting to me, so I might want to try that. Okay, so here's some more information about the gondolas. On blogminky.com, they found out the travel times between the Caribbean Beach Hub and other locations on the line. So Disney's Caribbean Beach Hub to Disney's Hollywood Studios is a 6 to 7 minute ride. Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort to Disney's Pop Century or Art of Animation Resort is under 6 minutes. Disney's Caribbean Beach to Disney's Riviera Resort is about 5 minutes. Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort to International Gateway at Epcot is approximately 15 minutes. And Disney's Riviera Resort to the International Gateway at Epcot is approximately 9 minutes. One bit of interesting information is that time listed for the Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort straight to Epcot, confirming that you'll be able to stay on the gondola system through the Riviera station. That's good. Of course, if you're looking for more information about the system, they'll keep us informed. Disney has just announced some of the special events and merchandise that will be revealed for Disney's Hollywood Studios 30th anniversary, which is May 1st. This is the perfect opportunity to celebrate the past, present, and the new exciting future of Disney's Hollywood Studios. There's going to be a star-studded celebration parade that day on May 1st. A Disney's Hollywood Studios 30th anniversary star-studded celebration cavalcade starring Mickey and friends will step off at 10 a.m. and will head down Hollywood Boulevard. You could pick up a commemorative 30th anniversary guide map and button. Guests entering the park can grab a special 30th anniversary guide map and button. There's new merchandise. Of course, we have to have that for the 30th anniversary, including a new magic band and also exclusive annual pass holder merchandise. The special 30th anniversary merchandise will be unveiled on May 1st, including a new adult t-shirt, baseball cap, Tervis 24-ounce tumbler, magic band, ornament, and much more. Annual pass holders can also shop for some items exclusively created for them. Merchandise can be found starting at 8 a.m. in Grand Park while supplies last. Merchandise will go on sale at 8. Disney's Hollywood Studios is not open until 9. Taste special food and beverage items. A slew of special anniversary food and beverage items will be available throughout the park, including Kylo Ren cupcakes, Incredibles macarons, Tres Leches verrine, and many more. An official foodie guide will be announced next week. You can stay for the debut of Wonderful World of Animation, the new show that's going to be projected onto the Chinese theater starting May 1st. Watch and wonder as the facade of the Chinese theater is magically transformed, displaying this stirring tribute to animation. Behold spectacular sequences celebrating themes like magic, family, adventure, romance, and friendship. Each theme is brought to life through unforgettable moments from beloved films like Sleeping Beauty, The Incredibles, Coco, and many more. The show will debut at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time just prior to this park's Star Wars: A Galactic Spectacular fireworks show. The Walt Disney Company this week has pledged $5 million to rebuilding Notre Dame Cathedral after the fire, so that's good. They needed to do that. They have a Hunchback of Notre Dame movie. Disney has just announced a new offering coming to Disney California Adventure. This is to replace Mickey's Halloween Party that used to be in Disneyland and California Adventure for the past couple of years. This one is going to replace that, and it's only going to be in California Adventure, and I'm not surprised by this. It's because Galaxy's Edge will be open by then, and they do not want any more people in that park. It'll already be busy, so they're moving it to California Adventure. So it's going to be called Oogie Boogie Bash, a Disney Halloween Party. The separate ticket party treats guests to multiple new experiences that are fun for the entire family, from the new World of Color spectacular called Villainous to an interactive Descendants-inspired dance party. My kids would love that. A stage show with Mickey Mouse and a mysterious Disney villains walkthrough experience. That's cool. Oogie Boogie Bash, a Disney Halloween party, will add to the fun of Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort and will be celebrated from September 6th through October 31st of 2019. Let's see. The Villainous World of Color show weaves a Halloween tale about a young girl named Shelley Marie. This twisted tale carries Shelley on an unforgettable journey exploring the villainous side of Disney characters through fountains, lights, lasers, projections, and special effects. Villainous shows that deep down there's a little villain in all of us. Redwood Creek Challenge Trail is going to be transformed into a wondrous and ethereal world of Disney villains unlike anything seen before. Redwood Creek will be tricked out in a dreamlike environment. This new experience unfolds in a series of scenes, which each creating a hauntingly beautiful dream space of color, sound, light, and shadows as stories emerge from the darkest night to create an enchanting world. That's interesting. It's like almost like a haunted mansion trail or something. Immersive treat trails. Enjoy trick-or-treating at the new wonderfully wicked treat trails throughout the park. That's hard to say. Iconic characters such as Mad Hatter from Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, or even Oogie Boogie himself, will be available on these trails. That's cool. Additional treat trails will feature oversized cauldrons full of treats for all guests to enjoy. Okay, so it sounds like some of them have the trick-or-treating on them and some of them have characters. Descendants is a new pulsing party in the backlot area of Hollywoodland and is inspired by the popular Descendants franchise from the Disney Channel. As the Descendants begins, a spell is cast, summoning the greatest dance crew from the Isle of the Lost to throw down and lead everyone in moves that are set to the biggest hit songs from the Descendants films. Frightfully Fun Parade is the guest favorite parade coming to Disney California Park for the first time. So normally that's the one that's in Disneyland. The Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow starts the procession, followed by Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, who lead the cavalcade of characters and many mischievous Disney villains who are ready to stir up some trouble along the parade route. Mickey's Trick and Treat Show is perfect for young guests. This new interactive stage production invites kids of all ages to join Mickey Mouse and his pals as they throw a one-of-the-kind Halloween party. Enjoy dancing, not-so-frightening scary tales, and candy at the Disney Theater in Hollywoodland. Finally, they will have character encounters, meet beloved Disney characters and villains too. You may be surprised at who you discover at this Halloween party, ready for photos and greetings. Here's some important dates. April 23rd, tickets go on sale to Disneyland Resort annual pass holders, Disney Vacation Club members, and Disney Visa card holders. April 30th, then, tickets go on sale to the general public. So if you're not a Disneyland Resort annual pass holder, a Disney Vacation Club member, or a Disney Visa card holder, you'll have to wait and buy your tickets on April 30th. Oogie Boogie Bash 2019 dates are September 17th, 19th, 22nd, 24th, 26th, and 29th. And then in October, it's October 1st, 3rd, 6th, 8th, 10th, 13th, 15th, 17th, 20, 22, 24, 27, 29, and 31. Entry to Disney California Adventure Park before the party is included with an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket. The after hours party begins at 7 Pacific time, and you will have the opportunity to play in the park for 3 hours before the event starts on Tuesday and Thursday nights, excluding October 29th and 31st, or for 4 hours early on Sunday nights, plus October 29th and 31st. All right, so let me know if you're wanting those tickets, because I know several of my clients were wanting to go in October this year to Disneyland, and you're going to want to go to this party. So just let me know, and we can get you those tickets. Hard Rock International and Universal Orlando Resort have inked a deal to renew their lease at the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando for 20 more years through 2039. So the Hard Rock Cafe is not going anywhere in Universal Orlando City Walk. New multi-day experience plus tickets are available online now at Disneyland Paris. 2, 3, or 4 day park tickets, 1 Disney Illuminations VIP viewing, 1 Super Fast Pass 3 family attractions package, 15% off buffet and table restaurants, 20% off of shops above when you spend above 60 euros. Price for a 2-day is £183.82. Price for a 3-day ticket is £220.76. And price for a 4-day ticket is £254.18. This is, again, new multi-day tickets at Disneyland Paris. A massive refurbishment of the Transportation and Ticket Center arrival experience is now underway in Walt Disney World. This is how you get to the Magic Kingdom. So if you're driving, this is how you're going to get there. And temporary tram drop-off areas, longer walks, and crowded bag checks are going to be happening right now, and it's multi-months that it'll take to finish this. So great, they started it like right before the busy season. But they're changing all of the entrance experiences in all the parks, and they're doing this because the 2021 50th anniversary is coming up. Okay, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World. Hundreds of special videotaped Star Wars memories and personal stories that were captured at the Fanfessional booths during Star Wars Celebration Chicago are now being archived to eventually live inside of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. If you watched our Disney Parks live stream during Star Wars Celebration, then you know that our Fanfessional booths were created to give fans and future guests of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge an opportunity to be a part of the land. The recorded video, which includes memories of watching Star Wars films for the first time, as well as messages of excitement for the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, will be added to a holocron before being permanently placed inside the land. We're doing this because we love our fans and we want the fans to have a way to be a part of what we're creating, Wendy Anderson from Walt Disney Imagineering said. It's been really incredible to see people talk about their heroes and talk about finding themselves. The idea that we're giving people an outlet for their fandom, that means something. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens on May 31st at Disneyland Resort and on August 29th at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. All right. Disney Cruise Line. This is so cool, and I'm so excited to see her on my cruise in August. Disney Cruise Line has announced that Captain Minnie Mouse, so not just Captain Mickey anymore, Captain Minnie Mouse will be setting sail this month as part of a new initiative. The classy captain will empower girls and young women looking to pursue careers in the maritime industry. There she is, Captain Minnie Mouse. Isn't she cute? And her little outfit comes with pants or a skirt, I've noticed, but that's so cute. Plus, there's a new Captain Minnie Mouse Pandora charm, so probably going to need that. The collection, speaking of Pandora charms, there's a new Aladdin collection because the new live-action Aladdin movie comes out May 24th. So now we've got some new Aladdin Pandora charms available. The collection includes 3 charms, 2 of which are gold-plated pendant charms, as well as a double-sided enamel charm. You Fill My World with Wonder is a magic carpet ride charm for $55. This charm commemorates one of the dreamiest scenes in all of animated film history. On one side, you have Aladdin and Jasmine taking flight on the magic carpet across the starry horizon of Agrabah. The blue enamel is inlaid with glitter to resemble stars, and a silver crescent moon looks over the tops of the buildings. It's a whole lot of detail packed into one tiny charm. Then the other side is engraved with the words, "You Fill My World with Wonder." Gold magic lamp pendant charm for $90, and then the gold Agrabah castle pendant charm for $90. Add majestic appeal to a bracelet or necklace chain with the 18-karat gold-plated dangle shaped like the Sultan's Palace in Agrabah, home of Princess Jasmine and the Tale of Aladdin. This one also has a cubic zirconia inlaid in the top. Then there's a Princess Jasmine and Aladdin bangle for $90. The bangle says, "Never lose your sense of wonder" on it. It's sterling silver. The sleek design holds a stone-studded ball clasp detailed with exotic flourishes and the Pandora and Disney logos. So new Pandora charms all around. Because this is Earth Month, Disney has been announcing different things they're doing for that. So from the steam trains and Mark Twain riverboat at Disneyland Resort running on used cooking oil to the parking trams and some attraction vehicles powered by compressed natural gas, we're making strides in finding environmentally friendly ways to bring magic to our guests and bring our guests to the magic each and every day. Well, good for you. With tickets for Disney Villains After Hours going on sale on April 29th, again, this is this summer, so if you want one, let me know. Disney has just released even more information for this wicked fun special event offered on select nights this summer from June 6th to August 8th. The full description of the new Villains Unite the Night show is now available. A dark magic is taking over Magic Kingdom Park and inviting you to run amok in the villain's scary world. The party DJ gets things lit, energizing the castle stage with sick beats and transforming the entire central plaza of the park into a killer club scene. As the party heats up, the DJ introduces your caretaker, for the evening, the Lord of the Dead, Hades, who arrives in a burst of blue flames for the all-new show, Villains Unite the Night. With Meg by his side, Hades sits atop his dark throne awaiting the alignment of 5 planets, following a prophecy that states when the 5 come together, he will be able to rule the universe. But this dastardly plan doesn't go quite as expected when an assemblage of Disney villains interrupts his party. Jafar, the Queen, Dr. Facilier, and Maleficent arrive with henchmen in tow, prepared to showcase their power with spine-tingling displays of skill. It seems these villains have also heard the prophecy and believe that they are the ones who will rule all. Villains Unite the Night is set to be over 20 minutes long and will run 3 times each night of the event, so everyone will have a chance to see all these great villains on the stage. A DJ will keep the party going all night long. The Festival of Fantasy Maleficent Dragon will be let loose at night for the first time, breathing fire as she creeps through the park with her minions to join the party at the Central Plaza. Okay, I don't know why they're calling it this. They must have changed the name, but it used to be called the Hub, the circular area in the middle of Magic Kingdom. Beyond the castle forecourt, ominous lighting and music abound. In Tomorrowland, the villains invade Space Mountain, taking daring voyagers on a villainous trip they won't soon forget. With a new music underscore and the vilest villains taunting you as you whiz by. Well, that's interesting. And over in Adventureland, a live crew of scurvy scalawags invades Pirates of the Caribbean in search of treasure. Disney Villains After Hours also includes wickedly good food and beverage selections, special event merchandise, and low wait times at more than 20 attractions and experiences across the park. It all adds up to a party like no other. Be sure to share your excitement for this upcoming event using their hashtag Villains After Hours. As a reminder, this event does not include character greetings with the villains. Seriously. Tickets for Disney Villains After Hours will go on sale April 29th and are $139 plus tax in advance, like when your travel agent books it for you, or $144 plus tax on the night of. Don't do that. Annual pass holders and Disney Vacation Club members could take advantage of a $30 discount and purchase the tickets for $109 plus tax. We've known for a while now that guests will be able to build and customize their very own droids when they visit the Droid Depot on the planet Batuu in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But thanks to a recent article from Polygon, we now have loads of new details and images to provide you. Guests will be able to build either an R2 or a BB series droid. Each droid stands roughly 18 inches tall and are remote controlled. The control functionality offers standard forward, backward, left, and right inputs. However, controllers can also trigger accessories, which can be added on to the droids, like blasters or tools. They're so customizable that they'll even be able to react to elements of the land. Droids will be powered by AA and AAA batteries. Customization options include swapping out panels, stickers, and leg pieces, making it possible for guests to create colorful droids with a lot of personality. Each droid has a slot where guests can insert a card known as a personality chip. Upon initially purchasing a droid, it will either sound like R2-D2 or BB-8, but by swapping out the personality chip, guests can change the sounds their droid makes. When the land opens, there will be the following 3 chips available: a resistance chip, a smuggler chip, and one for the First Order. The reason why these various chips based on factions are significant is because once installed, the droids will be able to react to the land differently depending on its affiliation with the chosen faction via the personality chip. For example, a droid with a resistance personality chip will be happy in areas of the land occupied by resistance forces, and that same droid might behave a little scared or on guard when an area is held down by the First Order troops. This is so cool. Other accessories will also be available, such as a drink tray, paying homage to when R2-D2 carries a tray around in Jabba's sail barge in Return of the Jedi. There also will be a kid-sized backpack for lugging your droid around, which has a small flap at the top, which will allow your droid to peek out and beep directly to you as you continue venturing through Galaxy's Edge. And it will be able to interact with other droids in the land. This is so cool. I mean, I think I would have to get the backpack thing just so it can talk to other droids. This is what the backpack thing looks like. Isn't that the coolest thing in the world? You can put your droid in there. There's your little remote control. There's your droid. You stick him in the backpack, which, you know, must be purchased separately. And then it can talk to other droids in the land and interact with, you know, Resistance or First Order or whatever. That is so cool. There are, however, a few smaller droids available for purchase that will not be customizable. One of which is a small BB-9E that has fewer features but does contain hidden toy missiles. Of course, classic Star Tours fans have been eagerly awaiting the availability of a DJ R3X droid. Since Captain Rex is now the DJ over at Oga's Cantina, the figure variant will feature a Bluetooth speaker. This was so cool. I saw this on the live stream from Celebration. It has a Bluetooth speaker for you to play your music from, like from your phone or whatever device you have that's Bluetooth enabled. This droid, the DJ Rex droid, will be enabled with Bluetooth speakers and play your music. That is so cool. Of course, Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge will also be selling a limited edition DJ R3X Funko Pop. A C-3PO figure will also be available at the Droid Depot in Galaxy's Edge. This C-3PO droid will have removable limbs and a button on his torso that when you press it makes him recite the whole Star Wars saga in Ewokese, like in the Return of the Jedi. And according to the guys that were showing them off, they don't stop talking. They tell the whole story from start to finish, and there's no way to stop them once you press it. Also, the DJ Funko Pop that has the Bluetooth, they also showed at Celebration that there are two buttons on the bottom of his like circular base that also give like Star Warsy type beats. So when you press him, he makes like different DJ type beat sounds. Let's see. Unfortunately, we still do not have any information on pricing for the mini droids that the Droid Depot will be offering at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but I can't wait to see it. So exciting. This was announced literally today, like an hour or two ago. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is headed to Mickey's Toontown in Disneyland by 2022. Okay, so this ride is coming to Hollywood Studios in the old Chinese theater where the Great Movie Ride used to be. And they've been working on it for a while. It was supposed to have opened in spring of this year and it didn't, got delayed. Then it was supposed to open in fall of this year. Well, now this announcement saying that it's also going to be put into Toontown in Disneyland is saying that spring of 2020 is when it's going to be open in Hollywood Studios now. So I'm very sad about that. They just keep pushing it back. But this is the trackless train ride that is 2D, 2.5D is what they're calling it. So no glasses required, but it's very advanced technology, and you'll feel like you're in an animated world when you're in the ride. But it's being delayed. So it's not going to be open now in Hollywood Studios until spring of 2020. And now they're also getting one in Disneyland in Toontown in 2022. You can join Mickey and his friends in the first major Mickey-themed ride-through attraction where Mickey and Minnie are the stars and Goofy is the train engineer. Oh, goodness. You know, with a cast like that you're guaranteed a silly and spectacular good time in the spirit of classic and modern Mickey Mouse cartoons. Besides marking Mickey's big ride-through attraction debut, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway also features a brand new theme song. How cool. And dazzling visual effects. So you'll be smiling big and tapping your feet from start to finish during this immersive multi-dimensional experience. Stay tuned to d23.com for more information on this attraction. So there you go. Used to be fall 2019, and now it's not till spring 2020 in Disney World that it opens. However, we're getting one in Disneyland too, so that's exciting. New merchandise items coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at the Disneyland Resort and Disney's Hollywood Studios were revealed each day during Star Wars Celebration. And I watched the live feeds of Star Wars Celebration last week, and to me, which you see this on my personal page, the actual trailer they did for Star Wars 9 was more exciting to me than the panel they did for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, because all we saw was Coke bottles that'll be shaped like droids, kind of like circles or spheres or whatever, and they have the Coke words in Arabic, but that's it. I mean, I don't know. That's all they really showed us that was new that I'd never seen before or didn't know already about Galaxy's Edge. But they did show all of this merchandise, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited about the droids. So anyway, these things were revealed at Star Wars Celebration last week. Favorites included the adorable Porg, which there's a Porg puppet that makes the Porg noise, which is kind of cool. Kowakian monkey lizard with its iconic laugh, a Resistance rank badge set, a Wookiee bag, and a variety of other items in the merchandise available in the land. Most of these products have never been seen before by any of our fans. Devin Figge of merchandise events at Walt Disney World Resorts said they'll see the same product no matter where they come, so they can visit us on either coast and live their Star Wars story. If you're as excited as we are about these Star Wars Galaxy's Edge items, here are the locations you'll want to visit while in the land. Savi's workshop is hand-built lightsabers. Now this is cool, and I saw like the base of them, and then I saw them put the light in it. So this one they suggest you have shipped to the front of the park to pick up on your way out, or like to your resort, so that it doesn't break, because it seems like, I mean, it's pretty expensive. They're like $100 and something a piece, I think, rumored to be. but you choose your crystal. There's 4 different crystals you choose from to put inside the handle of your lightsaber, or inside the base. And so it's very cool and very unique, but it doesn't like pop out. It's not like a telescope type lightsaber. It's just a light that you hook on and it lights up. It's really cool, but it might be breakable. I think that I would ship that one to my resort, so I didn't break it. But anyway, so the shop is going to be called Savvy's Workshop Hand-Built Lightsabers. Guests can come into the workshop to meet with the Gatherers, who are a secretive group of people who have dedicated their lives to restoring balance in the galaxy by passing on their knowledge of Jedi lore and the Force. The workshop master guides guests to customize and build their own unique lightsabers and instructs them on the ways of the Jedi. That's pretty cool. The Droid Depot, which we just talked about, visitors to Mubo's workshop can choose parts and construct their own individual astromech droids to accompany them on their journey and then take them home with them. I'm going to have a droid. First Order Cargo, a spaceport hangar bay, serves as the temporary base and landing spot for the First Order. First Order officers have brought in crates of gear, uniforms, and other supplies to win the hearts and minds of locals and visitors to Black Spire Outpost. Resistance Supply is Resistance members and local sympathizers who oversee a makeshift stall that supplies Resistance uniforms, pins, badges, hats, helmets, jackets, maps, tools, training supplies, food rations, and other items. There are several market stalls which sell a variety of merchandise, such as the Toydarian Toy Maker, which are toys made by the people in Black Spire Outpost. Creature Stall, which has the interesting creatures that you can take home with you and adopt, like the Porgs. Black Spire Outfitters, which is clothing, and the Jewels of Bith, which is accessories and other trinkets to treasure. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens on May 31st at the Disneyland Resort and August 29 at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Okay, this just got announced too today. Walt Disney Studios and Zales the Diamond Store have teamed up to bring the magic of the Cave of Wonders from Disney's Aladdin to a real-life jewelry collection. This new collection, inspired by the 1992 classic animated film, will be added to the pre-existing Zales Enchanted Disney Fine Jewelry collection. The exclusive designs feature Swiss blue topaz stones, diamonds, and unique arabesque details, which are reminiscent of the adventurous Princess Jasmine. The collection is available both online and in stores. There are 6 pieces available in the Cave of Wonders collection. These items will actually be featured in the upcoming live-action Aladdin remake, which is due out May 24th. They are going to have an oval Swiss blue topaz and 1/4 carat diamond frame split shank ring in sterling silver for $649.99. WDW&T put this on there, but it came from the Zales website. And I have the Belle rose ring from the Zales Enchanted Disney collection. So they have different princesses. So this is the Jasmine one. Pear-shaped Swiss blue topaz and 1/5 carat total diamond weight frame drop pendant in sterling silver for $499.99. There's another pendant that has gold on it, yellow gold, for $599.99. A 10mm Swiss blue topaz and a 1/3 carat total weight diamond frame ring in sterling silver and 10 karat gold for $899.99. These are very pretty. There's also one of those with an 8mm Swiss blue topaz and 1/5 carat total weight diamond frame ring in sterling silver and 10 karat gold for $499.99, which I think is very pretty. I like seeing the yellow golds around the bottom there. Oval Swiss blue topaz and 1/5 carat total diamond weight frame pendant in 10K two-tone gold, 19 inches long for $899.99. And again, I like how they, there, you can see it better. The yellow gold is with the silver. I think that's pretty. Okay, so that's the new Aladdin Zales Enchanted Disney collection. The Gag Factory will close to make way for the entrance to Runaway Railway in Toontown in Disneyland. So we just talked about that, how Runaway Railway has now been announced to be coming to Disneyland in Toontown in 2022, and then to Walt Disney World and Hollywood Studios in spring of 2020. There's something else I wanted to tell you about, and I don't have it on here, but I was thinking about it when I was going through one of these stories. So let me see if I can jog my memory. Oh, okay. So we have been warned as travel agents, but also just in general. If you are one of the people who wants to be at Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge and you are not staying on property May 31st through June 23rd, meaning you're not going to get an automatic reservation into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, and you're going to have to make one of the online ones if you get one. I mean, they're going to be few and far between, and it's going to be a race of people to click on the link and get them whenever they send it to us, which they still have not done. I feel like that's coming soon. Based on information we're getting, but they still have not told us how to do that. They even put out a video series starting today that says "Know Before You Go" for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and it talked about how you're going to have a reservation, and it said they would give you more information on it, but when you watch the video, it just says you're going to have a reservation unless you're staying in the hotel on property, but there's only 3 Disneyland hotels on property. Now, there's still some availability in those dates between May 31st to June 23rd at Disneyland, so if you're going then and you're staying on property, you will automatically be guaranteed a reservation to go into the land one time during your stay. And they'll give it to you because you have a hotel reservation. But if you don't, if you're staying at one of the Good Neighbor hotels, which there's a ton of them off property there at Disneyland, or if you're staying with family, I've got some people staying with family asking about this. If you're going to be in the same boat as all the locals whose annual passes aren't blocked out for this time, who are going to want to go into the land too. So if you're not staying on property and you're staying and you're going to be there those dates, May 31st to June 23rd, and again, this is only at Disneyland, okay? If you're going to be going to that Galaxy's Edge, you must have a reservation or else you will not be let into the land. I cannot stress this enough. You will not be let into the land. They are telling us there is not going to be a standby line. Nobody can just wait in line hoping to get in after everybody with reservations gets in. There is no getting in to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland without a reservation from May 31st to June 23rd. And again, they have not given us the way to do that yet. They haven't told us how that's going to happen, but I would assume it's going to be a link or something online that they'll release, and then it'll be every man for themselves, and whoever gets in, and who doesn't. But if you're not staying on property, which again, there's still rooms available, not for opening weekend, but for those dates, May 31st through June 23rd, there still are some on-property rooms available. So if you're wanting to go and be guaranteed a reservation, we have got to get you booked. If you're going to be in that area and you're kind of really wanting to go, you cannot stand in line outside the land hoping to get in. They will not allow it. There will not be a line. So you will have a reservation. You will have a time you have to come back. You have to show them your reservation, and then they'll let you in at the time you're supposed to be there. But you can't go before that. It's at the time that you're told to go. And there will be a time limit in the land. This is something else that I saw this week on Oga's Cantina. So not only is Rise of the Resistance not going to be open when, that's one of the 2 rides, when you first go to Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge, but also Oga's Cantina is only a place to get drinks, and it's the only place you're going to be able to get alcoholic drinks in Disneyland Park for the first time ever. But because of that, you're not allowed to leave Oga's Cantina with your drink. So you can't be walking around the land with it or anywhere else at Disneyland. So that alcohol has to stay in Oga's Cantina. But they're putting a time limit on it because they're not done with the interior seating part of Oga's Cantina yet. It will only have a capacity of 30 anyway, from what I understand, but they're not going to be done with the seats yet. So when it opens on May 31st, you won't have a place to sit. So you will be standing, and your time limit is 1 hour. So if you want to go in there and order a drink, you are limited to 1 hour, and then you're out. And you may not take the drink with you. So you must order it and drink it and leave within an hour. So there's going to be a lot of time limits on the Disneyland version of Galaxy's Edge just because that park is smaller, and even though the lands are the same size, they just don't have the capacity to have people standing in a line waiting to get in like Hollywood Studios does. So that's what they're doing. Now, once they release the way to make this reservation, I obviously will let you know, and I feel like it's going to be soon, but they still haven't said anything yet. The other thing I want to tell you about is after that. So after June 23rd, you will need to have the Disneyland app downloaded to your phone. Once you scan in to the park, Disneyland Park, scan your ticket and scan in, you can go to your phone and go to the Disneyland app and pick a virtual comeback time for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to get into the land. So this is after the reservation period of May 31st through June 23rd. After a reservation is no longer required, you will have to have a virtual comeback time to get into Disneyland's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They have not mentioned anything about Disney World yet. I think they want to try it out in Disneyland and kind of see what's going on, you know. But they have not said anything about how it's going to work at Hollywood Studios yet. But in Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge, so this includes me when we're there in July, you have to get a virtual comeback time to be able to enter the land. Now, there will be no fast passes for the ride, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, no fast passes for any of the rides for the foreseeable future. But to just get into the land, because again, they will not have room for lines at Disneyland. You will not be able to be in a standby line to get into the land. So you have to immediately go onto your Disneyland app as soon as you scan your ticket and go into the park and choose a virtual comeback time. And then you may not go into the land except for when the time says on your virtual comeback time. And you must show it to the person at the front of the entrance to Galaxy's Edge in order to get in. So they don't have room at Disneyland. They're doing Project Stardust to try to like grade the curbs and take away benches and move them to other places and take away planters and move them out of the way so that they can have more room, because again, the Disneyland park was built in 1955 and they weren't planning on this many people to ever be in it. So the walkways are pretty narrow. It's just a little bit different from what you're used to if you go to Walt Disney World. So they're trying to make it to where no one is ever standing waiting to get into this land, okay? So at Disneyland, you must either have a reservation from May 31st to June 23rd to get in the land, or you're not going in and you're not waiting in line. And then after that, starting June 24th and after, you must have a virtual comeback time, and you must get it off the Disneyland app once you enter Disneyland Park. So that's the things you need to know. So just wanted to make sure I told you about this because I get a lot of questions about it. And again, we don't know, they're saying none of that's going to be required for Hollywood Studios. So I guess you'll just be waiting in line. They also say there's no guarantee that just because you have a Hollywood Studios park ticket that you're going to get in to the land that day. So fair warning on that too. It'll reach capacity and they'll shut it down. And I don't know what they'll do after that. You know, if enough people leave, maybe they'll reopen it. I'm not real sure, but it'll be totally different there. So when we have more information on that, closer to August 29th, I'll let you know. So that's what I wanted to let you know about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, trip announcements, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you know, all of the fun news that we talked about today. And oh, by the way, I saw Disney Nature's Penguins movie today. It opened on Wednesday, I believe, but I saw it today and it is so cute. And it's rated G, so if you have like little kids, it'd be perfect for any age. It's very educational. It's very interesting. There were times where I was on the edge of my seat saying, "Run, little penguin, run!" So it was just very cute and I loved it. And it's so educational, but it's so heartwarming. So if you want a good movie to see this Easter weekend, I think the Disney Nature Penguins movie is a great one for the whole family. So I definitely recommend it. All right, well, that's it for this week. I'll talk to you again next week after I see Avengers Endgame, because next week is my Avengers ticket. I'm so excited. There will be no spoilers. I will not spoil Endgame. I will not tell you what happens in that movie. I'll just tell you if I liked it or not. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next week after I watch Avengers Endgame.